Okay, so in a previous video, we looked at how to solve for equilibrium when you put a tax on demanders. We're going to do the exact same thing here, but we're going to show what happens instead when you put that same tax on the suppliers instead. So again, remember what this looks like, right? In the supply and demand graph, we have a supply. Here, we have the demand, equilibrium, price, and quantity. And a tax puts a wedge in between what demanders pay and what suppliers get. So we were working with the equation quantity demanded equals 100 minus 2p, and quantity supplied equals 10 plus p. When we solve this equation by setting supply and demand equal to one another, we get an equilibrium price equal to 30 and an equilibrium quantity equal to 40. So that's these points here and this point here. What we did last time is we put a tax equal to $15 and we put that tax on the demanders, and we found out that this increased the price to demanders to $35 and decreased the price that suppliers got to $20. Let's see what happens instead when we put this on the suppliers instead of the demanders. When we put that tax on the demanders, basically the price that demanders pay goes up by $15 because you have to pay the price, but you also have to pay that $15 tax on top of it. When you put a tax on suppliers, the price that tax is built into the price. So the price that demanders pay is still the price, but suppliers are going to get the price minus the $15 they have to send to the government. So our new quantity supplied is going to be equal to 10 plus P minus 15, because the suppliers are going to get $15 less. After they sell the good, they've got to send $15 of that to the government. And then we're going to set this equal to demand 200 minus 2P. Okay. If we solve this, so this is equal to 10 plus P minus 15 equals 100 minus 2P. Take the 10 and the 15 over to this side, so minus 10 plus 15. Take the 2P over to this side, minus 10 plus 15, and we get 3P equals 105, or P equals 35. Now, that is the price that demanders are paying is $35. What then the price that suppliers get is $35 minus the 15 tax equals 20. So the suppliers are going to get $20 after getting 35 from the demanders and then having to pay $15 of tax. If we want to figure out what the quantity here is, then we can plug in this $20 into you can plug this $35 into what the suppliers get, right, is 10 plus 35 minus 15, or 30, or we can plug $35 into what demanders pay. 100 minus 2 times 35 is 100 minus 70 is 30. So our equilibrium here is 30. The great thing to notice about this is no matter who you put the tax on, the suppliers or the demanders, we end up with the same equilibrium quantity. Quantity falls by 30, and in both cases, the price paid by the demanders rises to 35, and the price that is received by suppliers falls to 20. So it doesn't matter in the end who you have the legal incidence of the tax on. What matters is that both parties are going to split that tax, and we're going to result in the actual incidence of the tax being split between the two parts.